Let's get right into it. Number 8. Animals fleeing danger. Nature's early warning system. Animals possess super senses that make our human abilities seem pathetic. While we're busy scrolling on our phones, they can feel tiny vibrations in the earth and hear low-frequency sounds, called infrasound, that are far below our range of hearing. Elephants have been observed marching inland days before a tsunami hits, and goats on volcanic mountains start acting erratically hours before an eruption. They have a built-in disaster radar. Scientists have documented this phenomenon across species. Farm animals like cows and sheep become restless a day before an earthquake. Entire colonies of toads have been seen abandoning their ponds, only for a major quake to strike days later. Birds will alter their flight patterns, sometimes abandoning their nests entirely. So, the next time your pet starts acting strangely, maybe pay attention. They might know something you don't. When nature sends out a warning signal, animals have a premium subscription. Number 7. Red Sky Warnings, the Sailor's Weather App. Ancient sailors had a secret weapon that is surprisingly backed by science. The old adage, red sky at night, sailors delight. Red sky in morning, sailors take warning. This isn't just a pretty poem. It's a weather forecast based on how light scatters in the atmosphere. Because weather systems in many parts of the world move from west to east, the color of the sky at sunrise and sunset can be a reliable predictor. A red sky at sunset in the west means clear, high-pressure air is heading your way, as the red light is bouncing off dust particles in a stable atmosphere. This usually signals good weather. However, a red sunrise in the east means that good weather has already passed you by, and a low-pressure system, likely bringing storms and rough seas, is approaching from the west. This simple observation was a life-saving tool for centuries, long before the first weather app was coded. Number 6. The Unlucky. Peacock Feather, a tale of tiny pests. The superstition that peacock feathers are unlucky likely originated from a very practical and very itchy problem. Those beautiful, shimmering eyes are luxury condos for microscopic mites and other tiny parasites that feed on feather debris. When people brought these gorgeous feathers into their homes as decorations, they were unwittingly rolling out the welcome mat for an infestation. As these tiny, unwanted roommates began to explore their new environment, your house, people started to associate the feathers with the resulting itchiness and crawling sensations. Instead of blaming the microscopic squatters, they blamed the feathers themselves, branding them as cursed. So it wasn't bad luck causing problems, it was just bad hygiene. A good freeze or a gentle wash is all it takes to debug these beautiful decorations. Number 5. Animal part lucky charms. Tiny biological time bombs. The ancient belief that wearing animal parts grants you their powers like a tiger's claw for bravery overlooks a crucial fact. These charms are often tiny biological time bombs. Unlike plastic toys, these are pieces of untreated dead animals. That cool-looking tooth or feather could be teeming with nasty bacteria and parasites, just waiting to migrate to a new host, you. If you wouldn't pick up raw meat from the ground and wear it as a necklace, you shouldn't wear an untreated animal part. These items can carry pathogens that cause everything from skin rashes to serious infections. The irony is that people carried these charms to ward off evil spirits, all while the real microscopic danger was living right inside their protection. Number 4. Bells on livestock, an ancient security system. Farmers didn't put bells on their cows and sheep just for the cute pastoral sound. These little noisemakers are an ingenious ancient security system. When animals are grazing peacefully, their bells create a gentle rhythmic sound. But when a predator approaches, that peaceful jingling instantly changes. It might become frantic and chaotic, or even more ominously, it might go completely silent as the animal freezes in fear. This sudden change in sound alerts shepherds and guard dogs that something is wrong. Furthermore, predators themselves are often deterred by the strange metallic noise. It's a brilliant, low-tech solution that requires no batteries or Wi-Fi, just a piece of metal that has been outsmarting predators for centuries. Number 3. A bird in the house, a warning of disease and damage. The old superstition about a bird in the house bringing bad luck may have been an attempt to warn against very real, non-supernatural dangers. Birds can be carriers of various diseases, and their droppings can contain fungal spores that, if inhaled, can cause serious respiratory illnesses like histoplasmosis. They are flying vectors for disease. Furthermore, A terrified bird trapped indoors becomes a tiny, feathered wrecking ball. In its panic, it can cause significant property damage, frantically flying into windows and tearing up furniture with its sharp beak and claws. So, the bad luck isn't a supernatural curse. It's the very real threat of illness and a hefty repair bill. Number 2, not walking. Barefoot, a lesson in survival. A grandmother's warning to put on your shoes before going outside wasn't just old-fashioned fussiness. For our ancestors, it was crucial survival advice. The ground was a minefield of hidden dangers: sharp rocks, broken glass, rusty nails, and venomous snakes. Before antibiotics and emergency rooms, a simple puncture wound from stepping on a rusty nail could easily lead to a fatal infection. Interestingly, wearing shoes can also be a better snake deterrent. The heavy, sharp vibrations from a boot give a snake more warning to slither away than the soft, quiet footsteps of a bare foot, making a surprise encounter less likely. That simple layer of leather was often the only thing standing between our ancestors and a very bad day. Number 1, the black cat crossing, a pre-modern trip hazard. The superstition about black cats being bad luck likely has a very practical origin in the pre-industrial world. Imagine traveling a dark, rutted road at night with only a flickering lantern for light. A black cat, perfectly camouflaged in the darkness, darts across your path. Your horse spooks, rears up, and suddenly you're on the ground with a broken bone. In an era without modern medicine, a simple fall from a horse could be a death sentence due to infection or being stranded miles from help. The cats weren't evil. They were just incredibly effective, invisible trip hazards, nature's version of leaving a Lego on the floor in the dark. Over time, people forgot the practical danger and started blaming the cats themselves, turning a simple warning about nighttime travel into a full-blown superstition. That's all for today. I'll be making similar videos in the future. Subscribe to see them.